Good morning, you guys. Good evening. I want to get on here and actually let you guys know that I've been for a minute. I had a lot of things, issues that I had to get straightened out. I'm back. I see a lot of things are going on the YouTube streets. They're giving a lot of new things happening out here. Basically, right now we have a thing going on with Adrian Slays. Basically, the roommates are now speaking and they're telling their side of the story. Basically, Christine and Rebecca are basically airing Adrian out per se. They were basically saying that she was a bad roommate. Basically, that she wasn't paying her rent. That she also was, as they say, was quote unquote not bathing, not using soap. I don't know what's going on with that particular thing. I just know it's pretty much their word against hers, so I'm not real sure. But Adrian has basically got on here and got on her platform and told us that she basically is trying to do her thing on Patreon. A lot of people are saying that she's going to Patreon, but they're not actually getting their money's worth. They're not getting any type of content over there. Basically, that they're basically saying that she is actually accepting the payments per se, but she's not putting out any content. Adrian basically is saying the reason why she's not putting out any content right now, she's trying to get her equipment per se. In other words, she needs to get her camera where she needs it to be. I'm thinking what it is, Adrian is using her actual personal device. And from what some of the videos that she actually has put up, the pre-recorded videos, they seem to be a little blurry. But Adrian is wanting everybody to be patient with her and that she will be start posting to Patreon. She lets us know that she has bought a camera, but she's trying to get her camera situated. In other words, she needs to learn how to use her camera. But yeah, I was on another content creators live, and basically Rebecca and Christine are basically coming out of the woodwork. If you're not familiar with Rebecca and Christine, Rebecca is actually the young lady that actually Adrian had on her boat. Rebecca basically was one of her roommates that actually recently lost her husband. So it was to the point where she said she met Adrian at a gas station and they basically became acquaintances and they basically started talking from there. Now, I remember one of the actual live streams where she basically introduced us to Rebecca. Adrian seemed as though she was very glad that her and Adrian, not Adrian, Adrian was very glad that her and Rebecca were building a friendship. Now, Christine was the one that she actually met at the park. So Christine was to the point where we just met Christine and we didn't really know that Christine was going to really air her out the way she did. But according to Christine, Adrian was allegedly living with her and her mom. And she basically just tells her all kind of, in other words, spills all kind of tea about Adrian. She's basically saying that Adrian didn't take showers, she wasn't clean, blase this, blase that. My thing is, it's not one of those things where I don't feel like they should have aired Adrian out like that, and I'm gonna tell you why. They're going on different platforms and basically giving their opinion. Nobody said they can't have an opinion, but it seems like they waited until they got mad at Adrian to basically just start spilling the tea on her and saying things about what was going on when they actually lived with her. Now they had this little venture that they were going to do as far as, in other words, they were going to buy the food and actually sell plates. Now, according to Christine, she bought all the food, and Adrian was to the point where she only bought a certain amount, and they were to the point where they were arguing about what was supposed to be bought by each party. Now the thing is, they got on there and basically was saying that Adrian was using food stamps to buy the food, which is no problem with that. But it's one of those things where she basically gets on there and admits that she was trying to buy some of the food stamps from Adrian, which we all know is a felony. And my thing is, if y'all was to the point y'all had that type of agreement, you have to keep that off the internet. You don't want everybody to know that. But I think it's one of those things where it was a friendship that went bad and went sour. Adrian was to the point she was actually making her videos from the actual backyard, which I think was Rebecca's house, if I'm not mistaken. But basically, what they are saying, which I did not know, Rebecca and Christine actually were friends. But according to Rebecca and Christine, they are in the notion that they were basically saying that Adrian has all kind of mental problems, things like this. They were talking about how she was driving, how she was using up all their allergy medicines and stuff like that. They basically allegedly was saying that she had hives, that she didn't take a bath. My thing is, they're saying all this now, but they have to understand that it's one of those things where this woman's reputation is on the line, and they actually getting up here saying random things about Adrian. But what they don't understand by Adrian, she gonna hear this, she gonna see it, and I think she's gonna come back with her actual, rebuttal and let everybody know what's going on. But I think people are really waiting patiently for Adrian to post to Patreon, because a lot of people are saying they actually went over and paid and they're waiting on the content, but they haven't received the content. I don't think it's one of those things where she's not going to put out the content. I think she's having a lot of technical difficulties. I think she's actually going to get it together and actually start posting to Patreon. I personally hate that she wasn't able to keep posting on YouTube. She said that she had some type of issues with her actual YouTube page. So I don't know if she's gotten that situated or what. I don't know. But we're going to switch off of Adrian and we're going to move over to my Jazzy life. Basically, my Jazzy life has been going through. She basically is having a lot of mommy issues. The main issue is she's learned that baby legendary has to wear a helmet on his head. A lot of people are giving her a lot of criticism about the fact that they feel like she should have known from the beginning that she need to shake the baby's head. My thing is, yeah, there is a old wives' tale. Most people know that when the baby does come out of the womb, you're supposed to shake the head. I don't know if one thing what Jasmine didn't know. She just didn't care. I don't know, but I kind of hate that for the baby that he actually has to, go through that and wear a helmet. Hopefully, everything will come out okay like it's supposed to. Now, a lot of people are giving Jasmine a lot of backlash about the fact they're saying she is not able to tend to the kids she had, but allegedly she wanted another baby. My thing is, if Jasmine want to have more kids, that's on her. Because at the end of the day, we don't have to take care of the babies; they are on her. Now, me personally, I don't think she should be trying to take on that much responsibility. If that makes sense. But yeah, also we see that Liv is slowly showing us baby AJ. She took to her actual Instagram and she actually took a picture of her and the child, but she did not actually show the baby's face. She just showed the back of the baby's head and his feet. Me personally, at first, I did not believe that Olivia was actually pregnant, so it was kind of news to me and shocking to me that actually she see that she actually has a baby. I'm just hoping that Olivia will get herself together mentally and try to, do like she's supposed to do as far as her other kids are concerned. That way she at least can see the kids until they get the custody straight. I'm thinking now they have Gerard still has custody of the kids. I'm thinking she just has visitation. Olivia's to the point where I guess she wants to get her kids back. I mean, there's nothing wrong when you have your children back, but you have to be mentally ready to get your kids back. And hopefully, when you get your kids back, you're able to provide for them financially and also mentally. Now, Olivia has been doing a lot of things that actually are not, I'm going to say, not what a mother should be doing. But my thing is, everybody deserves a second chance. Hopefully, if she gets a second chance with her kids, she will do what she's supposed to do and be a good mother to her children, and most importantly, do the right thing by her kids. Uh, I think this new thing with the new baby, maybe it will give her a new leash on life, and maybe she'll realize the mistakes that she made and why she basically does not have her other three kids with her. But we all know how Olivia does. She trolls the internet, so it's a lot. And a lot of people are still to the point where making accusations about who the dad is of baby AJ. Me personally, I think that is Zolo, but I'm not for sure. But hopefully, after a while, we'll be able to see exactly who the baby dad is. I mean, that's still a little mystery out there. You know, everybody's throwing out their little, 411 or whatever they think maybe what it is. But we all know what it is with Olivia. She's gonna do her thing. She's gonna troll the internet. She's gonna continue to make her videos. But I had to get on here and give you guys a little YouTube news. I miss you guys. I actually was wanting to post, but I had a lot going on, so I had to get some things situated. And I'll just let you know, we'll be back. I'll be back to doing my reviews. I might pop in and out and do a couple of reactions, but I just wanted to let you guys know I did miss you. I appreciate everybody that actually is subscribed to the channel, everybody that actually is commenting, and my new subscribers. I appreciate you so much. I'll see you guys on the next one.